with vocal monotony, melodic strumming, combined with arbitrary dissonances, we have the sad specter of modern folk songs, beginning with Elvis Presley, replayed by Bob Dylan. The caterwaulings of a chimpanzee, unfortunately, contributed to the dumbing down of the classical tradition represented by Beethoven and Mozart. The Platonic threshold, this Aristotelian sensory hedonism expressed by Bob Dylan, was a sad fate that led to the economic crisis we have today. Mr. Bob Dylan just didn't know what was happening. Just like the Mr. Jones he sang about. When you present music under electronic conditions, it's not music per se. It's an amplified, drugged out, discarnate environment. You are not the product, the audience is the product. This is what Bob struggled with for decades. He did mention me in a Spin magazine in 1985, said if you want to know what was happening in the 60s, read me, Marshall McLuhan. However, Frank Zappa didn't need to be told and had an inkling of what I had warned about. Mr. Dylan channeled nature. We needed that at that point, mid-60s. His peers, the baby boomers, were swallowed up in the military-industrial complex. His music provided the strength and resonance and beauty for them to remember their roots. And subsequently, they moved toward nature, at least in their values. And we're still moving that way. If it wasn't for Bob Dylan, the voice of ISIS would not have resonated in the children of industry. Thank you, Bob. Well done.
Bob Dylan. Panic music, Android processor, mimetic flesh, sacrificial violence, the replay of Elvis Presley as Aztec sun god, simulacrum squared, Frank Zappa. Not an Android processor, not a victim of sacrificial violence, not mimetic flesh, not panic music. Frank Zappa, quadrophenic composer.
Todd Haynes' attempt to describe himself and his contemporaries' condition via the career of Bob Dylan is another extrapolation of what I've laid out as quadrophenia. Quadrophenia is a juggling of the chemical body, astral body, TV body, and chip body. The more we understand this paramedia yoga, we'd understand what Todd is trying to say through his futile movie and what Dylan was trying to say in his futile music. Only Frank Zappa seemed to acquire the necessary acquaintance with my pattern recognition to express a music that dealt with quadrophenia and the four-body dilemma. Bob Dylan in 1965 at a press conference, they asked him, is there anything that would really upset him get him agitated. He said, yes, if everyone disappeared. Now we know that I'm famous for explaining how we did disappear since radio environment in the 20s, and that my four-body model will explain and help you reappear. Obviously Bob, hopefully following in Frank's footsteps, will attend my seminars and recover the issues that Todd Haynes failed to understand. Maybe Todd could come too.